We meet again at last. The circle is now complete.
What's the world coming to?
Well, you got a problem with what I did, Anthony?
Oh, no. Hey, no.
Fucking rat anyways. Whole family's all rats. Would have grew up to be a rat.
Stupid bastard. I can't fucking believe it.
Gee, I'm real sorry your mom blew up, Ricky.
Now you're gonna dig the fucking thing. You're gonna dig the hole. You're gonna do it. I got no fucking line. You're gonna do it.
Yes, I'll take the fucking hole. I don't give a fuck.
I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was pure and simply evil.
Jesus Christ. Mister, you okay in there?
Put Division coffees around here someplace.
Have you any idea what the cost of your actions is? What their effect might be? Or are you to give them hope? What do you give them? We give them happiness. And they give us authority. Groovy.
What's going on, friends? Logan Myerz and Harry Hill here for Cinephellas Podcast. Tonight, it's episode 47. We got some great movie and TV news to talk about. Henry, how you doing, my friend? Or should I say Harry Hamlin?
Yeah, call me Harry Hamlin. It's going good, man. I'm getting excited for the Halloween season, all the scary movies I'm going to be binging pretty soon. And, yeah, a lot of good news since the last time the two of us sat down to talk. So let's get into it, shall we?
Let's get into it. Episode 47, so lots of great stuff coming out. We're, getting to the Halloween season. It's the first official day of fall was yesterday, so the best time of the year. Really excited for October. Excited to come down and see you and watch some movies and talk about it.
Yeah.
But yesterday I woke up to the sad news of our good friend Sid Haig passed away at the age of 80 years old. I guess he's been doing pretty shitty for a while. Just seeing some pics from conventions. He looked really skinny. Not sure what exactly he had, cancer or whatever. But, yeah, the sad passing of him. We met him at Days of the Dead a few years back. Really super awesome guy. Probably one of my favorite, horror characters, like top 5 at least, because he just made, House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects. Huge fan of his. I love that character. So sad to see him go.
Yeah, for real. Captain Spaulding, he created like a memorable character. He'll be remembered forever. I have his little NECA toy figurine that I bought a long time ago when we went to the convention, I think for the first time. So Uncle Sid's up on my display case, and yeah, I'll miss that guy. He was awesome in those movies. And he seemed like a really nice guy to meet outside. Sadly, I never got to meet him, but that's awesome that you got to meet him. So yeah, for sure. It's a sad day in the film and horror world for sure with Sid being gone.
I saw, like celebrities and people in the horror movie industry, Rob Zombie, sharing pictures of him. I shared that picture of me and Molly when we met him at Days of the Dead. And it was funny, like we got there super late. I think it was Indianapolis or Ohio. I don't remember. One of those two.
I think it was Indy, if I remember right, yeah.
Indianapolis, because you weren't with us. It was just me and Molly when we first started dating, really. We got there late. We had a photo op at like 12:30. We got there like 12:25. And we're the last people in line, and we waited for like maybe 10 minutes. And, the last people in line, so we got to talk to him for a minute. He was super fucking hilarious and cool and laid back. And definitely sad news when he passes. And, especially when you have memories of meeting that person, it sucks. It's part of life that's not cool.
Yeah, for real. We've met a couple people now that have passed away, so it's really sad. People that we've met and grown up with watching their movies. Yeah, like Corey Haim didn't. Corey Haim passed away not too long after we met him.
That was crazy.
There's been several others. Of course, George Romero. We both met him at our first flashback weekend way back when. Long time ago, about 10 years ago. Was it 2000? Yeah, so even farther than that. Yeah, that's crazy.
13 years ago. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So, yeah, definitely a sad day, but he will live on through his movies and, whenever I think of, his characters that he played.
And I guess he was in Jackie Brown. I've never seen Jackie Brown. One of the few Tarantino flicks I've not seen, but I'll have to check that out now.
I think I've seen it, but I've never watched it like all the way through. Like I couldn't tell you like exactly what happens. I've seen it, but I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. It wasn't my favorite Tarantino movie, so I never paid enough attention to it. I do plan on watching all his films again, just because I really loved Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so I want to revisit, the Kill Bills and all that because, I watched them, but it was a long time ago, so my tastes have changed. So I want to see how the movie would be to me now.
I was looking up here, how we were talking about Three from Hell. I reviewed it on our YouTube channel. They released it for 3 nights. It did so well, made a ton of money at the theater, so they're re-releasing it for one night coming up here shortly. At Monday, October 14th, they're releasing Three from Hell for one final time in theaters. So if you guys have not seen it or interested in seeing that film, you can check it out on October 14th. It's a Monday night. Go see it at your local cinema. And then they're going to be releasing on Blu-ray in October as well. So if you can't catch that screening, you can buy the movie for your home collection.
Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see it myself.
Yeah, I'd say you should definitely check it out. I don't want you not seeing it just based on my opinion, but maybe you like it. Who knows? You just have to see it and check it out and see Uncle Sid Haig for the last time. I'm looking here today. They released, going off the horror movie subject into a different genre, we're talking about the new trailer for Breaking Bad was released today, El Camino, showing the return of Jesse Pinkman.
I got a wire. Speak into the mic, bitch.
And a few other familiar faces in the Breaking Bad universe, Skinny Pete and Badger, and some other characters. So did you get a chance to check out the trailer there, Henry?
You're damn right I did. I couldn't miss that. I knew, actually I didn't know it was going to come out. I thought that we were only going to get that little teaser, but this one's like over a minute long, and it shows a lot of, Jesse's trauma. It shows him going to Skinny Pete and Badger's place after all the events of the show have happened. It takes place directly after that. So we see him with like the long hair and all the scars on his back, and basically shows him over there taking a shower, all the dirt and all the grime just going down the drain. It was a really cool shot. And then you just see like bits and pieces of it. You see him out in the desert, still with the longer hair, but he's like digging up in the desert in the dirt. So it makes me think that maybe some of those money barrels that they buried out in the desert. Maybe he's going back to get some of that to kind of get away from this life and try to escape now that he's a fugitive. And then at the end it shows him like talking to somebody, and they're like, "Are you ready?" And he's like, "Yeah." So that was really cool. We don't know who that was.
So I think that's the guy at the end of Breaking Bad, the final season, where Walter and Saul go to get the new identities. Remember, they're like hanging out in the basement or wherever the fuck it is.
That's right. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, you're probably right. That's a good possibility. Getting some like fake passports or something.
Yeah, basically give him a new life, a new name and everything. I think that's who it is. I could be wrong. I'm just guessing. But I did see that part. I'm like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, who could that be, that voice? And I'm like, oh, yeah, it was that one dude in the last season. So it's possible.
Good call. Yeah. I also read that Mike Ehrmantraut is coming back too, Jonathan Banks. So Walter, but you killed me, Walter. How am I going to be in the new film? Well,
I know.
See old Mike in flashbacks, of course. We're also going to, everybody knows that we're going to see Bryan Cranston. You can't have a Breaking Bad movie and not show the man. And he definitely filmed some new scenes. So I'm going to throw that out there. We're definitely going to see Walter back. He's not alive now, but we're going to see some things from the past because this is all Jesse's movie. He's dealing with all this trauma, so he's going to have a lot of memories. And that's when I think that we're going to see some new scenes, at least in flashback mode, with Walter White, Bryan Cranston. What do you think? Do you think he's going to come back? And do you think Saul Goodman's going to be a part of this?
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude, especially with Better Call Saul. I definitely think he's going to be making an appearance in the film. Bryan Cranston reprising Walter White Heisenberg will definitely be there for flashbacks. I think he's dead, Obviously, I don't know, but I'm guessing he'll just show up in probably flashback scenes, and it'll make more sense in the story of this new story, like what exactly happened in the past and, where it leads in the future for Jesse. So I think we'll definitely see Bryan Cranston again and seeing Saul returning. And I'm not sure if he's going to be like the
The Cinnabon guy. That's what I'm
Yeah,
thinking.
the Cinnabon. Yeah, exactly. Cinnabon guy.
Yeah,
Or
I think that's where we meet up. I think that's where the two shows are going to meet up, like at least flashback wise, because they've been teasing that ever since the beginning. We've seen like him, you know, panicking. I think he has like a panic attack in an episode. So like, yeah, you know, that's going to come to a head. I think that's probably how we'd see him. But I mean, we'll have to find out. We're just guessing and thinking about how we want the movie to play out. So yeah, it's exciting. Less than a month away. That's
I
amazing.
can't believe that. Dude, there's so much shit coming out, especially Breaking Bad hitting Netflix. It's like I'm just going to be watching Netflix and TV for the like next month and a half. Instantly, like a fat piece of shit that I am.
I know, right? Yeah, dude, I got that barrel set that Mandy got me a couple of years ago, and I have never watched it from those. So yeah, I really want to get in there. And there's a documentary too, like a 2-hour documentary about the making of the whole thing. So
I've rewatched it 2 or 3 times now, the entire series. So that's how much I love it.
Yeah.
One of the greatest TV shows ever made, for sure. But it's fun to revisit it and pick up on things that you didn't see the first time around that, you know, kind of ties in with Better Call Saul, and it's cool. A lot of Easter eggs in there and shit. So the Batman casting, that's been kind of some bigger news that's being released. You posted about it on our social media. You want to talk about the casting and possible casting of the new Batman movie by Matt Reeves?
I don't know, Mike. Do you? This is Robert Pattinson. Oh, a.k.a. Bruce Wayne. Somebody get me a tanning bed and some weights. The Batman, the next Batman movie. Of course, you know, Robert Pattinson is going to play the Caped Crusader in this version. And yesterday we got word of a new actor possibly playing Commissioner Gordon. So as you guys will remember, he's been in Westworld. He was in, he plays Felix in the Bond movies. Boardwalk Empire, that's right. Yep, Boardwalk Empire. He's been in a lot of solid stuff. Jeffrey Wright is in talks to play Jim Gordon. So we'll get a new version of Jim Gordon. It's always been the white guy with the mustache so far. So we'll get a little different take on that, which will switch things up. That's pretty interesting. And then we also have word that Jonah Hill is in talks to play one of the villains. Some sources have said it's for the Riddler. Then there's been other rumors that it's the Penguin. Nobody knows for sure yet, but that's pretty cool. He's a solid actor, and that'll be cool to see him in that universe and him and Pattinson together. You know, they're around the same age, so that'll be pretty cool.
I'm definitely excited about Jeffrey Wright playing Commissioner Gordon, because I could see him.
Cool.
I could really see him nailing that role, because just the way he delivers as an actor, I could see him pulling that off. So I think that's good casting. Yeah. Jonah Hill, I think he's a little too skinny to play Penguin now. He's also like a shit ton of weight.
Yeah.
Penguin is.
He'd be happy to put it back on, I'm sure, for a big fat paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. He kind of puts it back on.
Yeah.
But I was thinking they were talking about Josh Gad playing the Penguin, which I can kind of see, but I don't know if he can really go to dark places as an actor. I see, you know, most of the shit he's in, like comedic and musicals and stuff like that. I don't know if he could really pull off the Penguin. So either way, if Jonah Hill's on board for this film as the Riddler or the Penguin, I'm down for it. I think he can. He's shown us as an actor that he can go to some pretty dark places and can play a lot of different roles. And I think Jonah Hill's the man to do that job.
For sure. Yeah, the casting so far has been really. It's been out of the box, and sounds like it's going to be a breath of fresh air for the franchise. I mean, we saw those Snyder versions, which were just, you know, nice to look at, but then they were like way too dark, and the story wasn't good, so they didn't work out. So it's going to be cool to see Matt Reeves' version. He's a very solid director, and he has a visual style that's going to look cool in the Batman universe, and hopefully. I'm hoping it's going to be kind of like Dark Knight. I don't know, more about the comic books kind of look. Like, I kind of want to see the gray suit. We haven't seen the gray and black suit in action. So I'm hoping that we get the kind of like, what is it, Arkham City, the games kind of version.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love how it looks in the Arkham game.
Yeah, he looks great. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like you're saying that we haven't seen that like in a big screen adaptation. So if they incorporate that into the new movies, I would be really excited. And I think, Pattinson, as we talked about before, is really going to pull off the character as, both Bruce Wayne and Batman, and kind of going at it as, the detective side of Bruce Wayne and Batman. So really interested, really excited for this movie.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I love all the Batman movies, even the bad ones, really. But yeah, I'm just interested, especially in seeing how Pattinson's going to like bulk up and, cause you gotta look good in a suit. So, we're just so used to seeing him really skinny in like roles where he's like a drug dealer or, of course,
a thug or something.
Independent ones. Yeah, thug or he's always like playing the guy that smokes and's running from the law but I have no doubts that he'll do so. And, it's going to be cool. Especially Bruce Wayne. I can already see him nailing that. It's just being the actual Batman that I want to like see with my own eyes. But,
when, they were just at the, Toronto International Film Festival for the White House, he was there. I'm like, holy shit, he looks like Bruce Wayne, like his haircut. He had it. So
oh, really? I don't know if I've seen any pictures. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't even know how to explain it. It just looks like he's Bruce Wayne. It's the way he got his haircut. It looked good. Like he's already getting into the role. So. Oh, I'm sure. Very excited to see what happens with this and how it all plays out and who they all cast, in this movie.
DC's coming out swinging after all those, Marvel beat us up with all those Avengers and everything coming to a head. Endgame felt like the ending, like a reset. So now DC can pick up some momentum. Even if they're standalone films, that's fine. Let Marvel do the team up movies and DC can just concentrate on doing one movie at a time.
Absolutely, dude. It's their time to shine, finally. Because we need a good Batman movie for sure, and we're going to have a good Joker movie. So it's their time to come back and show the world that, what they're made of, and they can make good movies if you have the right people behind it, writing a good script, good directors with a vision, and not to mention really good actors playing these characters. The next one I wanted to talk about, released today, was the Uncut Gems trailer from the Safdie brothers. They're the ones that brought us Good Time with Robert Pattinson, which was an amazing, amazing movie from A24.
Yeah, that was good.
It came out a few years ago. So they're returning with their new film with Adam Sandler. It looks like he's a crook and, screwing people over for money and then bringing all these, thugs, and it's like a heist movie, and it looks like in the atmosphere that Good Time was filmed in. It looks like New York. It's gritty. It's dark. And we have not seen Adam Sandler in a movie like this. It's not really a comedic role. It seems more serious, and he seems like a scumbag. And for the first trailer release for that movie today, it looks really good. Did you get a chance to check it out?
I didn't watch the trailer, but I read about it. That's pretty cool. Interesting project there. I'm on board for it. What about you?
Oh, for sure, man. Especially with the Safdie brothers, Adam Sandler. He's hit or miss. But it's in good hands, and it looks pretty dark. That comes out in December. So hopefully I'll get a press screener for that for A24. But, from the get-go, I'm definitely on board with the first trailer we got. It looks good.
I'm on board, too, yeah. Adam Sandler going outside of comedy, taking another serious role. He's had some success in the past when he's done some, the more dramatic roles. Yeah, and this one, like you said, it looks like he's playing like a sleazy kind of, gambler kind of, loan shark kind of guy in this one. And yeah, from the trailer, it looks like he's doing a pretty good job. He's got a different look. I think he's got a goatee and wears like a leather jacket. Yeah, and it's filmed so it looks really gritty and looks like it has that same sort of visual style, like you said, of, Good Time?
Good Time.
Good Time.
Yeah. Yesterday they released some news about a Walker Texas Ranger reboot.
In the eyes of a ranger.
Ba-ding!
When the eyes of a ranger are upon you.
I remember my redneck parents used to watch that shit like they took it seriously, like it was an actual show.
I remember everybody's grandma that I ever knew watched that show religiously.
Yeah. My grandma watched it too, like every Tuesday night or every Sunday, whenever it was on, and they're like, "Oh, Chuck!" He would just kick everybody's ass and ridiculous. And,
my favorite one from on Conan O'Brien's his old late show, he'd pull the lever and it'd be like a cheesy scene. It was the one with Haley Joel Osment, and Haley Joel Osment's character on the show had AIDS, and he goes, "It's okay. Walker told me I have AIDS." And it shows Chuck Norris just like looking at him, like winking. It's like super funny. But yeah, I mean, everybody's seen the show. He of course had the partner, and then the older sheriff. And then there was like the love interest for him, the girl. Pretty cheesy, like Alex. CBS back in the day. Jared Padalecki from Supernatural is coming over to take the role of the new Walker. Personally, I was kind of hoping that it was our buddy Walker Sexy Ranger. I guess Chris is so busy in Hollywood, he didn't have any time for this one.
Yeah, he's shooting that new Avengers film. He's been writing and directed it. So he didn't have time, so we got Uncle Jared Padalecki taking the helm here, he's not writing, he's executive producing and starring. So that'll be interesting. I have actually never seen Supernatural, so I can't say if he's a good actor.
Apparently, a lot of people have, though. It's on the 15th and final season.
Yes, he's doing something
crazy.
Right. It's been on fucking forever. I remember him in House of Wax in like 2003, that remake.
Oh, yeah, with Paris Hilton and a couple other people.
Yeah. And he was in Friday the 13th remake, too. And that was the last time I've seen him in anything. That was a terrible movie.
That was the last time I wanted to see him in anything.
It's been a while. So Walker, Texas Rangers is coming back, boys, on CBS. Leading up to the next topic, last week was the premiere of American Horror Story 1984. We have a bunch of, I guess, teenagers going to Camp Redwood, and once they get there,
30-year-olds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have Cody Fern returning, Emma Roberts, a few other characters that have been in other seasons of American Horror Story, and a few new faces. The guy playing Chet and Montana, and what the fuck are all their names? They're all funny names.
Yeah.
But they're definitely poking fun and paying homage to 80s slasher movies. I had a really good time with the first episode. I thought the atmosphere, everything, the way everything looked, I had the whole vibe of the 80s. I really enjoyed it just from the pilot, or just from the first episode of the season.
Absolutely, yeah, me too. From the beginning of it, with the music, had a lot of good 80s ballads in the beginning. As we were like meeting the characters for the first time. Yeah, just how it was filmed, everything about it was like an homage to Friday the 13th, Sleepaway Camp, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Then you had that one cool scene where they introduce Mr. Jangles and like how he, spoiler alert, broke out of the mental institute. It was the whole Halloween scene, even to the point where Mitch Pileggi, the guy from X-Files, he comes running out in the rain with the umbrella, just like in Halloween, in the rain with all the mental patients there.
This is totally Halloween, for sure, especially from the escaping and the way it was filmed. I'm like, this is just like Halloween, which I loved. I loved how they threw in all these different films for inspiration and kind of into the character of Mr. Jingles, played by, what's that guy's name, John Carroll Lynch?
Yeah, always plays like
Carroll
the silent kind of creepy guy. And, of course, he was Twisty in the earlier seasons.
And he played John Wayne Gacy in another season of American Horror Story, too. Can't remember what season that was.
Was that Hotel, maybe? Or?
Yeah, I think it was. That was Hotel.
Okay.
I think it was like season 5. He played John Wayne Gacy's like an episode or two. It's pretty cool. They basically had all these different serial killers in this room, and it was really pretty cool. And they also... And they introduced in 1984 the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
He looked just like him.
I know. It was creepy. Like, it was exactly like him. And essentially, Emma Roberts' character survives the attack of Richard Ramirez because they live in L.A. and he tried to kill her and she escapes. they end up at the camp, and it sets up the rest of the first episode, kind of being introduced to a lot of the characters, counselors, cocaine. There's a lot of that in the episode.
Yeah, lots of it. The 80s.
I know every episode's like, or every scene is like them sniffing something. But yeah, Mr. Jingles, the setup of him, he's like totally Jason Voorhees, meets the guy from I Know What You Did Last Summer with like the big raincoat kind of thing. Yeah. But yeah, I really had a good time with it. I'm excited for, the rest of the season. Hopefully it won't let us down and have a really shitty ending. But so far I'm having a great time with it. And that is on every Wednesday night on FX.
So on Sunday night, the Emmy Awards took place, and we had some shows that we all watch come away with some pretty impressive Emmy wins. So I'm going to mention a couple of those. In the Best Drama category, HBO's Game of Thrones won in its final season for Best Drama. So that was a notable win. I mean, the finale was definitely divisive, but you have to look at Game of Thrones as a whole, and the show is awesome, and why not give it the award for the final season? I mean, Best Drama. I didn't see the other nominees, but I'm okay with Game of Thrones taking home the Emmy for that.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you
Me
think?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
for sure. It was overall, I mean, the majority of the show was really fucking phenomenal. The ending last season was pretty shitty, but as you're looking at it as a whole, yeah, it definitely deserves an Emmy and an award for the best show, because just like the set design, how long it took them to film all these episodes and how much work it takes, and everybody that's, working for the TV show and the production, everything, it's a huge ordeal, and they definitely deserve it, because there were some really great performances and really great storytelling throughout Game of Thrones.
Yeah, all those stars too that came out of the show, like nobody knew about before the show started. Now they're all in high demand, So that's pretty
now
cool
they're like
to
all
see.
Hollywood movies.
Even the lesser known characters, you see them pop up in a movie and everybody knows them. So that's pretty awesome. Another HBO show, actually two more HBO shows that won big at the Emmys. We had the Best Limited Series, Chernobyl, which both of us watched and thoroughly enjoyed.
Hi, I'm David Harris. It's Chernobyl with the protons and atoms.
And the atoms collided, and it caused the reactor to melt down, and it burned this whole city. And how did you not tell these people?
Writing for a limited series or movie, Craig Mazin for Chernobyl. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, directing for a limited series or movie, Johan Rennick for Chernobyl. Really did a great job. That was awesome TV. Not only that, I never really learned in depth about it, so it was pretty interesting to see how everything went down and how it affected everybody. And
yeah, for sure.
Really well done.
Probably one of the scariest shows to hit television this year, for real. All the events that happen to these people, and then trying to leave, the area because of all the contamination and just the way that it's filmed. Really great performances. Easily one of the best shows of the year, for sure.
Just scary how the government was trying to keep it all hushed up, hoping that it wasn't, wouldn't turn into anything. And then, you've got this physicist the whole time that's telling them no, you don't understand. This is catastrophic and we need to move people now. And they didn't want to do that and panic everybody. They wanted to, their nation was already under, the public eye, and they didn't want this black eye on them. And in the meantime, by not acting, all those people died and got all that radiation. And yeah, it's definitely a eye-opening series, and just really well done all around. The other HBO show that I wanted to mention, our buddy here at Cinephellas, Bill Hader, Richie Tozier himself, but better known as Barry from the HBO show Barry, took home another Emmy. He won last year as well for this role, and I couldn't be happier for him. It's an awesome role. Like I've been telling you, you need to start watching it, dude. It's little half-hour episodes. You can catch up really quickly, and you will be hooked after the first couple episodes. It's really well done. Bill Hader's awesome. He does some of his comedy in the show, but mainly it's just like showing off his acting skills, and it's impressive.
He can play a lot of different roles. We have HBO Go, and it's on our list.
Yeah.
And yes, I have to get around to watching it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it because he's a great actor, and if he's winning these awards, you know, it's showing that he's doing something right.
Exactly. Yep. It's well deserved for sure. But a couple other notable Emmy wins. We have a show that you've mentioned. I think you and your wife started the series, The Marvelous Miss Maisel. Best Supporting Actress went to Alex Borstein.
Yep.
From the show. And then Tony Shalhoub. Remember Monk from back in the day? Yeah. Tony Shalhoub won for Marvelous Miss Maisel. Another awesome show, Netflix, that I can't wait for the third season. Won big. Ozark took home a couple huge wins. Best Supporting Actress, Julia Garner, playing Ruthie. Ruthie took home the win, and our good mate Mark Foster was there. Her fiance, to watch her take home the trophy. So that was pretty exciting. I've always thought she was awesome since the first season. I was like, man, she's going to be super good because she's already, you know, she was probably really young during the first season of that. So yeah,
she's a little firecracker, man. You don't fuck around. Yeah, you don't fuck around with her. Ruthie Langmore, she is one of the best parts of the show. She doesn't take shit from anybody, and she's tough and well-deserved award for sure. I'm really excited for the next season if they ever announce when the fuck they're going to film it and release it.
It's filmed. It's filmed.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because I was listening to a podcast, of course, earlier on this year. Jason Bateman was talking about, filming it and completing filming. So, yeah, I think it's probably going to be announced I'm guessing spring. So it'll come out in springtime. And then the man himself, Jason Bateman, won for directing the show. Best directing for a drama series for the episode Reparations. Our good mate, Jason Bateman, won for directing. So, I mean, just a talented guy, funny. His serious acting's been impressive. Just in the last, I'd say, decade, he's really became a super good. I mean, he's always been a good actor, but just in the last 10 years, I'd say he's really coming to his own with the acting. And then he's been directing, and now he wins an Emmy for directing. So that's pretty impressive for sure.
Dude, he's been in the industry forever, well deserved. He's one of my favorite actors and now directors. Ozark is definitely one of my favorite shows on Netflix too, and it just shows what he can do as a director. And that show is super fucking dark, and not like Jason Bateman, and that's why I love it that much more. Yeah, it's him and I think it's Laura Linney plays his wife on the show. Their whole storyline's awesome. Or Wendy, Wendy. And how season 2 ended, it's gonna be really cool to see. Kind of like those two characters, they switch roles in a way. So that's gonna be set up for an awesome season. So I can't wait for that. We're happy for Julia Garner and Jason Bateman for winning for Ozark. Just a couple more shows I'll mention that won. Fleabag picked up a bunch of awards. I haven't yet watched that, but I've heard nothing but good things, so I'm going to have to check that out on Amazon Prime. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is her name. She won for writing. She stars in it. Supposedly it's a really solid show. And then, of course, a show that you've seen, I believe, A Handmaid's Tale, won a couple of Emmys. Bradley Whitford won for guest actor. Cherry Jones, guest actress. Well, I plan to get Disney Plus, and I'm probably going to get the bundle with ESPN Plus and Hulu. So then I'll have Hulu. I'll be able to binge it. Yeah, we'll check that out for sure. Yeah, maybe we watched a few shows. Yes, I'm sure she'll like that. Elizabeth Moss is always solid. Of course, we know her for Mad Men. So, I'll definitely have to check that out. Just some other non-Emmy TV news to mention before we wrap it up here. Timothy Olyphant has landed a starring role in the 4th season of Fargo on FX. So, of course, Chris Rock has been announced as the main star. Season 4, it's filming in Chicago, I believe, this fall. They might have already started, or they're soon will be. You see me on set?
Starting. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, you betcha then. You betcha. Real good then.
That'd be awesome. Look out for Logan Myerz in season 4 of Fargo. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, you seen Peg and Ed over there? I'm at the shop here. You betcha then.
Okay, we've seen enough from you, Logan Myerz. Thanks for coming into the audition. You'll definitely
They kill me
hear back
off
from
in
us.
the first. They kill my character off.
They kill you off. Right. Some other TV news that came out. Marilyn Manson is joining the next season, third season of American Gods for Stars. He's going to play the singer of a Viking death metal band called Blood Death. He will play Johan Wengren. So, haven't seen the show. I'm sure it's good. It's just one of those that I haven't got to. Looks cool, and the books are supposed to be good. Neil Gaiman always puts out interesting books. So, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia returns for an all-new season of goodness. So, the gang is back. We'll see what kind of crazy stuff they get into this season. There's always going to be something crazy, as we've talked about on here. It's one of our favorite shows. We love the gang, and I'm sure there's going to be some memorable episodes this season. On Thursday, we finally have the premiere just in time for the Halloween season of Creepshow on Shudder. I'm looking forward to it. I reached out to Shudder last week just to see if they're offering any screenings or anything, but didn't hear back, so gonna have to wait to watch it until tomorrow. But I'm looking forward to watching that.
One of the most anticipated of the fall for me, for sure, is Creepshow. We make it the Shudder streaming service. We'll see, or at least I can get a trial to check it out. But really excited for that. And Thursday, and hopefully I'll get around to watching it. I'll do a little review for our YouTube channel. And that leads up to our final topic of the podcast, the upcoming 31 Days of Horror, October. Like we've done the past few years, every day we post a review of a horror flick, 31 Days of October. A lot of videos on our YouTube channel, and I'm not sure if we'll get 31 videos up, but we'll get as many as we possibly can. I think last year we got like 20. The year before was like 30, so this year I'm hoping at least 20 videos on our YouTube channel, and something to be on the lookout for if you guys are fans of the Halloween season, October, horror movies. Definitely check us out on our website, Cinephellas.com, our YouTube channel, at the Cinephellas, or Twitter, Facebook. We'll post a review every day.
I spent 8 years trying to reach him, and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized that what was living behind that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil.
31 Days of Horror. It's always a fun time of year, man. It gives us yet another excuse to watch horror movies and, see films with some of the stars that we like Tom Atkins from the 80s, horror, John Carpenter, of course, The Thing, just all the classics that we like to watch every Halloween, and then we always watch new ones too around this time of year.
Yeah, dive into some new ones that we haven't seen. So really excited for it. It's the best time of the year. Fall is officially here in Illinois. It's starting to get chillier out, and we're ready for Halloween, man. We're ready for October. I'm going to be coming down there in a few weeks. We're going to be shooting a few videos. We're going to go see the Lighthouse or Zombieland 2, but definitely shooting some videos for you guys on our YouTube channel. We'll be posting those and having a good old time.
I cannot wait until your visit, man. And yep, like you said, we're going to hang out and talk about movies. We're going to record live together, which will be cool to actually be in the same room because we do this remotely. So, it'll be cool to have you here to go watch some new movies and to, put out some more content for Cinephellas.
Yep.
So, thanks everybody for listening. Keep telling other people about us. We like to talk about movies, and send input to us. Let us know. You can always email us, cinephellas@gmail.com, or leave reviews on Apple Podcasts or our YouTube page. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Any suggestions, fine. Whatever you want to say, just leave a comment. We like to see feedback.
Yeah, we do it all for you guys, and appreciate everybody following us. We got a lot of followers and subscribers on YouTube, a lot of people listening to us on Apple Podcasts. We got a lot more great stuff, great content hitting our website and social media platforms. So thank you as always for checking us out, and more good stuff coming your way this Halloween season. So this is Logan Myerz and Harry Hill signing out from the Cinephellas Podcast, episode 47. Until next time, cheers!
Love you, Wild Rascals. Love and Kelly Riley.